Floof. Floof. It's a word that kind of just rolls off the tongue, right? Well, for me anyway, I feel like I've got the perfect pronunciation for it. Floof. Floof. Make sure and take a drink every time I say floof or floofer in this video. I swear to God, you will not be walking upright at the end of it. Now, a lot of you have been asking me for what my Floofer kit gun build was, so here's a short video of it. Now, when I got my very first kit gun, it was one of the daily deals. This isn't a crafted one, it's one that you basically picked up for platinum. It made complete sense for a lot of you watching my streams on Twitch to demand that I named that kit gun the Floofer, which should not be mistaken for the Fluffer, which is something completely differently. Now, my Floofer is a 100% crit chance weapon that hits like an absolute freight train. It wipes out grouped up enemies in pretty much no time at all, and it is probably my favourite out of the 5 kit guns that I have right now. Although the one issue that I have with all of the Catch Moon kit guns is that the projectiles, those plasma projectiles you fire, can hit railings and objects and basically cause those rounds to not deal any damage or not hit the enemies at all. So you have to adjust your aim accordingly to make sure that it doesn't hit railings or objects, and instead it hits your enemies in the face. Now, my Floofer basically laughs in the face of my Kraken kit gun, the gun that I went over in my last video. So the Kraken kit gun is a 100% status kit gun, whereas this is the complete opposite. This has 105% crit chance, and it has the minimal amount of status chance that I can get on a kit gun right now. Although with dual stat mods on, those dual status mods, you can still, I think, get up to about 60 or 70% status chance. Now, the Floofer is made up of the Catch Moon chamber, like I said, which fires a wide plasma arc or a plasma round that suffers from damage fall off, a bit like shotguns after 20 meters, and it will deal the minimal amount of damage from 40 meters onwards. So it's basically like a miniature arc of plasma. Now, the grip I have on this weapon is the Love Tap grip, and it is a slow firing grip that allows you to have a short range also for beam weapons, but it will deal greater damage as a trade-off for having those kind of slow firing rate and also for having the short range if your weapon is a beam weapon. So it hits a little bit harder. Now, the loader I have on my Floofer is the Splat loader, and it basically gives your gun the maximum amount of crit chance at the cost of minimal status chance, like I said. So if you choose to go for this combination of parts on your kit gun, you will have a hard hitting, high crit chance weapon that fires a little bit slower or has a shorter range if it is a beam weapon, at the cost of having a slower fire rate and also having that lower status chance as well. But the thing about Catch Moon as well, like I said in my last video, is that it deals heat and impact damage, so it's not going to be good against certain enemy types, but it is absolutely deadly against Corpus. Now, I'll be honest here, I think right now this is probably my favourite weapon in the game for dealing with Corpus units. When modded for gas, it completely melts them, and also because the plasma round has a nice wide range on it, it hits multiple enemies at once, and it just feels bloody good. The particles on it are really feckin' nice as well. Now, if you're enjoying Garuda since she got released into the game as well, then having her give those forced slash procs from her ultimate ability is incredibly good as well. Basically like a mobile hunter munitions or universal hunter munitions, a high crit chance weapon will see a lot of high slash critical hits. So it just adds to the power that the weapon already has. Now, it is a neutral riven disposition like all kit guns right now, so it has got incredibly good possibilities if you get a good riven for it. It has got a 2-second reload, or just under 2-second reload, and it only has 11 rounds in the magazine, so you will be reloading quite a lot, and I found that it can burn through ammo pretty fast as well if you don't have carrier, or you might need a pistol ammo mutation mod stuck on there as well, if you feel like you need it, of course. Now, as far as modding my Floofer goes, I've gone and put 5 Forma on mine and modded it, like I said, for crit, because it's got such a high crit chance with the primed crit mods to bring it above that 100% crit chance mark. Normal crit mods will do if you don't have the primes. It basically means that you will be under the 100% crit chance, but you will still deal a lot of solid damage. Now, the elemental combo is going to completely be determined by whatever enemy group you're up against, whether it's corrosive gas, radiation, magnetic, and so on. Again, entirely up to you. But let me know what you guys think, if you have the same kit gun, because it was, I think, the first daily deal or the second daily deal when Fortuna first dropped, which means I'd imagine a lot of people who had the Platinum may have purchased it just to see what kit guns were like. I have another kit gun to show off that uses a different chamber and a completely different setup, but I will release that in a few days time. First, I want to cover my Batacore and of course the Ocucore as well. Now do me a huge favour and hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, or don't if you didn't. Subscribe for more Warframe, and as always, thanks very much for watching.